Hey everybody, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the Spires of Ascension, the second dungeon in Bastion. If you enjoy these lore videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to never miss a video in the future. After a group of Forsworn, led by Devos, attack and destroy the Crest of Ascension, this turned out to be a ruse. Their biggest target was the Spires of Ascension. The Spires of Ascension represents the pinnacle of the Kyrian ideals and functions as the Archon's seat of power.
They outnumbered mortals. The Forsworn have cut a swath through most of our forces.
If the Forsworn get the hands of the seat of power, they will rule Bastion, and the Kyrian Covenant as we know it will fall. Upon entering the Spires, we are told that the Forsworn have overrun it, and we need to fight our way through to assist Kerestria the Firstborn in her fight with Devos. On our way, our first real test is the Forsworn ascended Kintara and her companion Azulus. While Kyrian aspirants had to wait patiently during the anima drought for their overdue ascension, the Forsworn have been unafraid to grant their faithful wings. Kintara proved herself to the Dark Kyrian and learned to dominate the sky as soon as she ascended, and as long as she stands, the Spires will belong to Devos. So it is our job to get rid of both Kintara and her pets. While Kintara faces us with deadly overhead slashes and charged spears that we have to dodge, Azulus will fly around the area shooting missiles of arcane energy that hurt a lot. So we have to make sure we dodge them at all times. Sometimes Kintara will take to the skies, hurling down spears at us, which we'll have to dodge while fighting her companion, and once they are dealt with, the first hurdle on our path to Devos has been taken care of. We fight our way through more Forsworn forces and constructs, as well as some hidden Larians that will ambush us if we don't see them in time. Then we see a Forsworn construct quickly dashing around, killing a handful of Kyrian on its own. This construct is Ventanax, one of the deadliest Forsworn constructs ever created. Ventanax's original design was to test the courage of Kyrian aspirants. The Praetorian's movements are so quick she can seem to disappear before her enemy's eyes. This dark Kyrian Praetor is honed to such a razor's edge, and moves with such speed that she leaves shadow whirls in her wake, which emit dark bolts that need to be dodged. She has one weakness though. After using up all of her energy, she needs time to recharge, which is the perfect time to hit her with everything we've got, and eventually, Ventanax crumbles, and we can ascend further up the spires.
We sacrifice because we must. Mortal burdens would only impede our sacred duty.
No, it was a mortal who exposed the folly of your edicts.
Eventually, we reach a large chamber directly under where Devos and Kerestria are fighting, and we meet Orifrion. This is the firepower in the Paragon of Loyalty's vanguard. The Dark Colossus has dominated the invasion into the city with their anima-fueled artillery and now fiercely defends the font of power for the Archon's seat. Orifrion spends anima to fuel their attacks. Standing in an anima field will empower it, so it is very important that we move out of the pools that he drops at all times. Dodging purifying blasts, soaking up the anima every time it attempts to recharge is enough to topple the giant Colossus. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
As I peered into Uther's memories, what I saw shook me to the core. But you refuse to see the truth, that the path is flawed, that we serve a lie. And so, I listened to the jailer's words. I learned of the great injustice you and the others thrust upon him, and upon us all. He seeks to free us from the prison we have built for ourselves. And for that, he has earned my loyalty.
And I mourn your betrayal.
Accept your defeat, Archon. I serve a far greater power now. The Age of the Forsworn. With your spear in hand, I will take control of the Spires and forge new paragons to lead the Kyrian. This spear shall
The jailer
pierce
has
your
twisted
heart.
your mind, Devos. You must be stopped. No matter the cost.
The power of Bastion itself.
Now it is time to ascend once more to the Archon's side, to face Devos, the Paragon of Doubts. Devos was the very symbol of loyalty until a soul with a troubling past arrived in Bastion, Uther. Her doubt overwhelmed her, and she fell into open rebellion. Aided by the darkest powers of the Shadowlands, seizing the Spires of Ascension is just the first step, and destroying the Archon is now within her grasp. Devos begins her assault on the ground, but she'll slam the Archon spear into the anima conduit twice, locking it in place before taking to the sky. It is on us to collect the raw anima and use it to unlock the conduit, and then throw the Archon spear at Devos to get her back on the platform with us. Devos is a formidable foe, but eventually she goes down, and with that, the leader of the Forsworn rebellion has been dealt with. But that does not mean it's over. We know the Forsworn are in league with the Maw, with Helya and the Jailer, and there's plenty more Forsworn generals out there that could take over from Devos if need be. So even though this is a victory, it is only a temporary one.
No!
I require a target.
The path must be abandoned.
Devos. The Jailer's schemes have torn a schism in the ranks of the Kyrian, one that must be healed. Long have we believed that our mortal lives are burdens to be shed in the name of service. And yet, the deeds of mortals are what won the day. You have my gratitude. Once the Jailer lies defeated, there may be much for the Kyrian to discuss.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really enjoy making these and soaking up all the lore in the story of Shadowlands, and I appreciate every single one of you for supporting me on this journey. See you all in the next one. Bye.